How many of you guys remember this car? Yep, this is that 370Z we did a while back. We did the overall, and it got hit by a deer, or it hit a deer, and it took a pretty good shot, wiped out the hood, wiped out the bumper, wiped out the fender, and we're gonna be blending the door on this one. So this one here is gonna be interesting because remember, we shot this one in the PPG, so we're gonna have to shoot this one with the camera. I'm not sure what I went with back then. I think I might have went with standard in this. I'm curious to see how we're gonna get this one to come out now with the Glazeret lineup. I'm sure it's gonna be good. You guys know, so far the Glazeret has been spectacular. And I might even be a little bit worried because this one might not have that gloss level that Glazeret has. So when this one is outside and cleaned up, it still looks phenomenal. I was just joking around with that, about that PPG and Glazeret deal. This one here, outside and cleaned, looks fantastic. With the 50/50 is what I think we used on this one, or the 2021. I'm not sure what I was spraying at that time, but I know it was one of the top end clears. So now that we've got it, the Glazeret here, we're gonna be shooting it in that one. But we'll show you now the parts that we're doing in here. So now that we're doing this job and we're doing it a little bit differently, we went ahead and we R&I'd everything. I don't remember how much of this one we took apart when we shot it. We might have taken it all the way apart. But on the fenders, being that we're changing out the fender now, and I like to keep everything the same as OE, we're gonna be having to do the same on both sides of the fender. So we're putting a new fender on it over there. So I don't wanna have one side looking differently. I always match up both sides of the fenders. That way it doesn't look like anything was done, because we all have seen cars that you opened up the hood and somebody painted the edge of that fender the color of the outside or glossed it out, and it was a dead giveaway right away. You knew that somebody had put that part on that vehicle. So now that we're doing this one, we still want to give it that quality look that we always do here at the shop. And those are the little things that you will notice now, because you're doing the job a different way. So one thing I noticed when I was sanding it down, it was a lot slicker than the OEM peel. You guys see here how flat that is. I buzzed down it quick with 800, and I don't really try to completely flatten my panels. I just try to get a good adhesion. That's basically what I'm after, because when you're doing these OEM cars, I had somebody ask me a question. He said, I see you have peel in your panel. I always go over my panel wet with a scuff pad, then I sand it and I go around it again. So I have the scratch. You might not be able to see it because it's down and it's finer, but I'm not trying to eliminate the peel because these cars have peel on them. So you can see that right away. This is my normal stages that I do, and it is completely almost flat because I painted this one and we slicked it out a lot more than the OEMs does. We did do an overall on this one, so we weren't really trying to match any texture. That's when I'll usually wet it up a little bit more. So let's go ahead, get our camera out. We'll do our camera shot, and then we'll see what we can get for a reading, and hopefully we can get this car back together looking like nothing ever happened. All right, we're gonna go ahead now and put it in the computer. We plugged it in, you guys know the deal, but I'm hoping we're gonna get a good match on this one. You guys see there, we do not have that good of a reading on it. We've got a 79, but they do have an adjusted over here. So, all right, so you know what I was thinking? I'm not gonna mix up that color. I wanna try one thing out before we just start mixing up an adjusted color, because it's a little bit hard to believe that that color is that far off. So what I'm gonna do now is calibrate the camera. I've seen in the past where the camera will get a little bit out of whack through all the shots that you're taking, and sometimes you gotta get it back dialed in. So let's see if calibrating this camera here is gonna get us a better match on that car. So I'm sure you guys have seen how you calibrate it. This here is the calibration deck. First you have to calibrate it by taking a picture of the white, and then you will take a picture here of this one, which is like a copper color. So we're gonna go ahead, get it calibrated back up, and do another shot to see if it's gonna make a difference. All right, so you see here, this is the old one. We had a 79. Let's get back to our scan. We'll load this one in and we'll see if calibrating it gave us a better reading on it. So I'm hoping it does. I don't want to have to use an adjusted color on a solid red. That to me seems a little bit crazy. So we're going to go ahead now and see what we get here with this one. And we use the solid here for the effect. We've got Nissan in because it is obviously a Nissan, and we're going to go ahead and search it. We're not going to put the code in, and look at that. We've got a 78. So for some reason, it's not that it needed to be calibrated. It's just, for some reason, it's just not getting a good match on that. So I'm not too sure why. I guess we're going to have to roll with the adjusted and just do our normal deal with our spray out. So all right, so one thing I want to check is to see what sealer they want you to use on this color. Because a lot of times reds, they want you to use a certain sealer to get that exact shade. So I remember when I sealed that car originally, I went with a gray because we were doing an overall, and our red with the PPG had very good coverage. So I'm curious now, when we look it up, what are they going to want us to mix for our sealer with this one here? So we'll go to our adjusted, and it's looking like with this one, it wants us to mix up the L05 ground coat. So let's go see on the chart what that is. All right, so the L05 is a very light gray. I remember when I did it, I went with more of like an L03 or an L02 in the PPG. So they're wanting you to go with a light color, which is gonna make that color pop. So, all right, we're gonna go ahead and get suited up, and we are gonna be changing out our lab coat. You guys remember when we got that lab coat from Luma? It's been over a month now. I was using that same one, but I don't really wash them. I like to just use them for about a month till they get all dirtied up and obviously smell pretty bad from being in that booth all day with that heat on. But I gotta tell you what, so far through the years, this is the best lab coat I have ever used. And it's not only the best one that I've used, I like the way it looks. It's not only about how something, you know, works. To me, I also like to have something that looks cool, and I like the black. They're the only ones out there with a black lab coat. So make sure you guys check out Luma, not only for the spray guns, but these lab coats to me are the go-to. So we're gonna get suited up and we're gonna mix up that sealer. We'll get it on the card. So we'll go ahead and we'll get that spray out card sealed up. We'll start applying our red as we're putting it on the parts. And if we have to do any adjustment, we'll do that in the middle of the job, and we'll get this thing looking good. So all right, we've got our sealer on there, and we used the performance gun with the finer heads with the 1.4. I love that gun because that head is disposable. You don't have to worry about cleaning anything out, and it lays down a beautiful finish now with that new version. Because the old one was an HVLP, this one is more of an RP style, which puts out more material, it moves faster, and it really atomizes great. So we've got our sealer on there now. And you guys seen that we sprayed the front edge of our blend panels, because if that sealer is that crucial for this color to match, you can't just put your red over that red and think when you get those panels lined up, you're gonna have a match. So make sure, I always tell you guys, whatever you do on your regular parts, make sure you do on your blend panel, especially when you know that that color is one that does not cover and is gonna need that sealer as a bottom to get that color to come through and give it that good look. So I don't do it on every color, but on most of the colors I do it because I know that it does change the color on the outside based off of that ground coat, which is the sealer. So we're gonna let that tack up. We're gonna go in there, and I am gonna tack my sealer. Some of you guys asked me, do I tack the base? Do I tack the sealer? I tack in the beginning, and then once my sealer is on, I tack it and check over it well, because I've told you guys that with the Glazerite, you go in there one time to apply your base coat. So you don't have time to go in there like normal paint after a couple of coats, go in, check it, sand it. You're in there one time and you're done. So make sure your sealer is spotless, make sure your foundation is flat, and we're gonna go in there now and get this thing with some red on it. And I'm hoping that we're not gonna have to play with the color too much, but we will if we have to. So let's go ahead and apply our base coat. All right, so we've got our spray out card cleared, and now we will check it to the vehicle and see what we got. So this is the area that we did the camera shot of. We've got it polished up, and you guys can see there that it definitely does match. It did adjust it, and it got us in the ballpark. We are blending every panel on this vehicle anyway, but that color is definitely good. I'll go ahead now and turn on the light. That way you guys can see it a little bit better. But sometimes, even though that first reading might not be good, that camera can adjust it and give you a nice match on it. So that's going to be good. We're going to go ahead and get that thing cleared up and get this thing finished up to see how nice the outcome is once this is all lined back up, and see what we've got with the Glazerite against the PPG. All right, so that one for the base, we used the Exodus. We did the 1.5 on that one. I love the way that that gun sprays the base coat, because this Glazerite 100 line is a very thick product. So that 1.5 to me works perfect for this here product, and it lays it down flat and it puts it on right now. You guys seen that coverage was instant. As soon as you put that stuff on there, you had coverage immediately with it. So now we'll go ahead and get it cleared up. You guys know I always use the 1.3 OP as well from Luma. Let's get this thing finished up. All right, so it is the next day. We got everything out of the booth, and it is gonna start to get assembled. This one here is gonna need a radiator. All right, I got word from Mike that it's all built, so I'm gonna take you guys outside and show it to you guys all finished up. All built, back together, looking beautiful. You guys know that we panel painted up to this. So we have the hood, the fender, the door, and I'm really happy with it. This thing is shining like you wouldn't believe with that glazer on it. So you guys know as well as I do, if you're in the business, that clears do tend to die out just a little bit over time. So this one here definitely held up well, because this is a premium product also from PPG. So you guys see here, this is fresh clear. This will die back just a little bit, not much at all, but it does lose its gloss because those solvents are coming out of it, and it just tends to lose just a little bit. But it definitely came out nice, and it's back together looking good. So I'm sure that this customer is going to be happy again having his car back. And I don't think it had the black wheels on it last time when it was here. I think it had silver. So I like the way these black wheels offset the red, and I'm a fan of black wheels myself. So you guys let me know what you think of it all finished up. Make sure you guys give Mike a thumbs up on this one, because he put in extra time. That way you guys could see it all finished up. You see him over there? He's tired. You tired out, Mike?
Nah, a little bit.
So give Mike a thumbs up, and we'll see you guys in the next one.